Okay, this one, so I don't have enough room to raise this. Oh, there it goes. It came out nice and easy. And sometimes they will. Sometimes you got to put a little screwdriver on the back side of that, and you'll see how they snap in. Okay. There. Let's get this other one out. Slide it, wiggle it back and forth. Wiggle it that way maybe, and it should pop out. And if it doesn't, use your little trick that I showed you with the tin snips. Now on most T-bar grid systems, usually you got these mains, and the mains are generally longer than 4 feet. They're usually 12 feet long, or depending on how long your room is, and then they connect those in for end for end for end. And those are the ones, they're a little bit stronger and stouter than the 4-foot T's, and those are generally the ones that they tie up to the ceiling, and then your 4-foot T's get attached to that, and generally you don't have to tie up your 4-foot T's with any wire. Now this was in the old days, so they only have some little wire right there. Nowadays they'd have a different type of wire, but they just use a little piece of baling wire there, and they attach it up there with a nail, and they bend it over and twist, twist, twist. They held that up, and twist, twist, twist right there. They held that up. So that's the only two spots. I can cut those or unwind those wires, or just cut those wires. Then I can remove this long main support. Okay, for this, I've got a sheetrock nail that's attached this main in there, and because it's going to be hard to get that out, I'm just going to use my tin snips, and I'm going to go ahead and cut the main, okay, before I take the wires off of it, so it's not going to fall on my head or anything. Okay, so when you cut a main or T's or anything, you know, for demo, you're going to cut that, and then we're going to cut these sides. It doesn't have to be pretty because we're just going to throw this away. Okay? Cut half that side and just eyeball it and cut the other half. Okay? Now I can just take that and move it up and down, twist it back and forth, whatever. Now see, I can take that off when I take the rest off. Now, see, this is just hanging in the breeze now, like that. Okay? I'll get you a little dizzy here. I got to do the same thing to that end. They attached the wall angle with screws, and they attached the mains with nails. I can't figure that out. That's the old days for you. Okay? They don't do that kind of stuff anymore. That would not be per code. An inspector would shoot you down every time. Okay, so instead of messing around with that sheetrock nail, I'm just going to cut this out of there. Okay, that's why I have not undone the wires to hold this main up yet. See? There you go. Just take that and bend it over. Okay? Simple enough. At this point, you're probably wondering to yourself, oh, what have I done? I've just ruined my ceiling. There's no going back at this point, is there? You're just going to have to keep moving forward. You've already made your decision that this is what you wanted to do. I remember that's what you said. And we're going to have to cut that. I scored it, and man, these cutters, oh, these cutters are about ready to break. They're not working here. You get some cutters, you can usually just snip this right off. Okay, I got one. Oh. I tried to use these cutters one time to cut a screw, and they weren't that strong, and then I tried to re-bend it, when I got done, and they're messed up. I'm going to have to get some new cutters. Okay, just make sure you kind of hang on to this as you're cutting it, and be aware of your existing surroundings so that you don't poke anybody or scratch yourself or ram that into a light fixture or the wall or anything like that. Okay, take your time with this. It's not a race. Now with this long T, this long main, actually, you know, to throw it away, yeah, you can bend it all up and stuff. But if you want to do it a different way, you can take your cutters, cut the back side, flip it up like that, and cut it off. Okay, simple as that. You can throw those in the dumpster that way, or your garbage can. You have a garbage can, you don't want to take up as much space, fold it and cut it. Okay, those are like 4-foot T's now. Okay, just bend it and cut it off. You either got that choice or you bend it all up. Once you start bending it, obviously it's not going to fit in the garbage can as much, and you're going to take up a lot of room. And I don't want to start bending that all up here on the floor. This is a brand new linoleum floor, so I got to be careful.